Yeah, and you know, like what like it's like a dangerous game you play sometimes when you're thinking about it too much, because you know, you get burned out. Like you get burned out with anything if you do it too much. But if you're thinking too much about the negatives, like yeah, sometimes, like, no matter how good you are, I feel like if you stop for a while, like, you'll lose it, like, little by little. Like, I mean, hell, look at the directors that, like, sometimes they'll be, like, Oscar nominated, and then sometimes they'll make movies where you're like, what happened? Yeah. Like, because they lose that,
There's a lot of burnout.
They lose that fire, yeah, they lose it, and a lot of the times it does become because of, like, what they're going through in their head mentally. But you know, like, I think you just have to remember, like, there are people who believe in you, like, they're really, no matter what, like, there's always people
even if you don't hear about it, or if they don't tell you specifically, just know, like, they're there, they're thinking about you, and they want and you know, not always you're gonna meet those people who, like, shit on you and will tell you stuff, but, like, you know, it all traces back to, like, film club, where, like, people would tell me, like, the film club sucks, or, you know, you guys don't really do much. I'm like, I don't care. And I have to sort of be like, I have to still be that kid back then where I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you think that I'm stupid or if I'm crazy. Like, it's gotten me this far. So, like, imagine. And then, back to, what's it called? Burnout. So, I follow this, comedian / actor / just, he does a lot of, like, artistic things. His name is David So. He actually released the film that year too.
Really?
Yeah. It was his first film too, and he got into Sundance.
Whoa, really? Oh, that's a good one.
And so, because it was his first film and how well it went down, he actually got, like, kind of depressed afterwards, just cause, like, it was so high, and he was like, what do I do now?
Mm-hmm.
Or he was, like, questioning that. And also, his health, he had to worry about his health after that. So he took, like, maybe half a year or so, like, off to really care about his life and stuff. So it definitely happens, but I think you just, you know, equilibrium, you know, you fall back to the center, and you know, just take a pause and do what you gotta do.
Yeah, the burnout's, like, scary, because, like, kind of like that, it's that slap in the face. It's another form of slap in the face, where it's like, how much do you really love this, bro? Like, how much do you really, like care about this? And you know, because words are words. You can say, like, oh, I love movies because of this, and, you know, that, and they make me feel like this and this, but, like, you know, like, that guy, like, I didn't even know about him. I'll have to check him out, but, like, I never thought of that. Like, yeah, what if you make something that... We're always scared of doing bad things.
Right.
Like a bad movie. You know, because we want to make good movies, right?
We want it good.
Yeah, we want to make something that, like, will test the time, last the test, you know, whatever. But, like, what if we make something, like, too good? And it's like, how do we follow that up? And
yeah, that too.
Because that, like, could actually happen. I never think of that.
YouTubers, music.
So, yeah, they always have that stuff where it's like, you know, where do we go from here? And you know, it's kind of like when it comes to the burnout, like, it was how we were talking about it, is where you're just thinking about it, like, what should I do?
And I overthink a lot, so
same. Yeah, definitely.
This is a rough spot.
Yeah, you just have to, you know, remember that you're also human, and you're not a robot.
You're not perfect,
you know,
no.
You're not perfect. Yeah, and, you know, like, very interesting. Like, you do have to, like, take some time for yourself, and you know, I always say, Chris Rock has a quote. He's also a comedian, so, like, he's got a quote where he says, like, I don't know it verbatim, but he says, like, if you want to find inspiration, like, live life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
live through everything.
Yeah, live. You know, like, it's okay to, like, take maybe a break, and yeah, and maybe within that, like, break, you'll experience something that'll make you go, oh, like, this would make a good movie, like.
Yeah, true. Because like what's it called? When you're living that like fast lifestyle, it changes a little bit. Like you're not as relevant, or you don't really take in real life experiences. So taking that like artist block, like a break from that, you can really like absorb some type of information. Like,
yeah, definitely.
make it into something.
Yeah. Yeah, and even like, I mean, we were talking about work. Like, you know, I was working at like a restaurant and stuff, and
I did too.
it's super like, sometimes you feel like a robot when you're working your 9 to 5.
For sure.
You feel like a robot, and like I remember like what got me through it was music. I would play music and stuff.
That's lucky.
Right. No, I mean, yeah, I got lucky. Sometimes if I was cooking, I couldn't, but like if I like, they would play, you know, music there in the speakers, but like when I was in dish, I had like my headphones and stuff. And I just remember like work really, like sometimes it takes so much of your time that you don't even like feel relaxed enough to even write or film or do anything. So I kind of went through something similar too, where it was like I was really getting depressed too, like and it's something that you can be honest about. I feel depression, you could be honest about it.
You can be honest.
Yeah, and
whatever you're feeling, like don't be ashamed about, like, I don't know, if you're overly happy or you're really sad, you're angry, just express it. Like,
process it. Yeah, let it process, because
be real with yourself.
Again, we're human. Like, you know, just because you're trying to be a filmmaker doesn't mean you're not like gonna have to also deal with being human. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like I remember just being really like depressed and stuff, and I took like a break. Like I took like a month break, and not that I really wanted to. It was almost like just, you know, there was nothing really that I wanted to film, and you know, no one was really hitting me up because I made business cards, but like, you know, it just wasn't really working for me. I was knocking door to door and nobody was calling back, and it was like, damn, bro, like I thought that at least maybe one or two, and I took like, again, like a kind of just like a break, a one that wasn't really planned, but like I got really depressed because I feel like when I don't do something I love, I get really like, you know.
Okay, there's that little.
There's that pit, but like, you know, I started to just sort of hang out with my friends, and we started taking like little road trips. Okay. And you know, we just started doing like stuff like that. I mean, I was working, but I was also like doing that, and I just remember like I realized like, well, I can film like little shots like with my iPhone, and you know, I started that's the origins of those little shots. Yeah, definitely. And so like I like started to like film, and I was like, ooh, like that's a good shot. I'm like, let me practice with this angle. I'm like, oh, okay.
I can vouch that he does really good camera work.
Oh, thank you, man.
Because of that one rap video we shot. Bad rapping, but it was great camera work.
Oh, when we did your little project, man, I felt so like worried at that. I remember being like, I hope he likes this. No, honestly, that I think that was like the first music video I ever filmed. Really, yeah. So now it's like that, because I really liked the vibe we had. Like, remember we had like McDonald's burgers, and like, you know, we were just like chilling and just like with your friends and stuff like that. Like, you know, it was like cool. It was like, it felt like a film shoot, honestly, even though it was like for school, but you know, like it felt like a film shoot. But like, yeah, just, you know, always just remember, like, you have to be human when you're yourself and you're living your day-to-day life, but also behind the camera, because I feel like if there's no heart, if there's no like raw emotion, then whatever you're filming is gonna just be shots. You know what I mean? Shots. Just shots. But if you like put your like self in it, and your heart and your soul, like people will notice that. Like there's that quote from La La Land where it's like, people love what other people are really passionate about. Like no one knows why I like film, but when
there's a little bit of a like something special.
They'll notice. Like they'll be like, oh, hey, I feel that. Like they'll just kind of say that, like, I feel what you're doing. And even with rapping, if you don't put your heart and soul into that, if you don't put you, like, it's not gonna come out. Like you gotta make sure what you're rapping is like genuinely what you believe and what you feel, and it doesn't have to be like, you know, you could be rapping like Kendrick Lamar, you could be rapping like, you know, like Lil Wayne. It doesn't really have to, you know, fall into whatever style, or you could rap like Drake, who kind of just raps, you know, his songs. It doesn't matter, man, as long as you feel what you're saying, and it's photography, no matter artists, you know, even people who are just working, like, you gotta put your heart and soul into whatever job you have.
I mean, not trying to like diss anyone of the 9 to 5, you know, life, you know, all respects to you if you're about that, you know. But back to something David said in a JustKiddingNews episode, if you follow it. He also talked about, like, this guy talking about a dance, like dancing. Don't notice that, you know, there can be like a guy who's really good at dancing, right? He'll practice a lot, but there's a little bit of a thing when they have passion for it, or they have like heart into it, like how you said. Like, there's just something about it, like you're disgenuine about it, or it's just not right for you, or like, not that it's not right for you, but like there's like a whole new level once you have that little warmth in it.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine right now. Every time I see his shit and people are trying to do his choreo, like we had a conversation about it. I was like, well, who do you feel comes into your class and kills it the most? He goes, to be honest with you, almost everybody can do my moves, but there's something that they're missing always. And it's just, their technique is perfect, but they just don't have this thing.
They can't do my moves.
So I guess like how he described it was, just because you like dance doesn't mean that you're a dancer. So it's kind of like, just because you like to sing doesn't mean you're a singer. You know, and that's the same concept with any type of artistry.
It's called heart.
Yeah.
Soul.
I got a lot of heart, no technique.
It's like